Welcome to the Apex Classes EduTech channel. Today's the most important topic of the 10th class examination, that is the ancient history or the glorious India. As you know very well that glorious India have played a major role in the development of the nation. Some of the major administrations we are going to discuss today, from which one of them is Mauryan administration. The Mauryan administration looks like that some of the reflections from the ancient to the modern have been carried out. Just like for the first time a centralized government means in India on the land of Bharat, for the first time the centralized India was formed. A centralized government system was established. A centralized government system was established. Kautilya described seven components of state. Kautilya described seven components of state, which include Raja, Amatya, Janpad, Durg, Kosh, Sena, and Mitra. Mitra, you know very well, the friend. Sena, the infantry. Kosh, Kosh means Khazana. And Durg, Janpad means states. Durg, you know very well. Amatya and the Raja. Raja and the Amatya. Amatya means the person who is very well fond of having the ritual knowledge and other grammatical knowledges. The king used to appoint chief minister and priest. The king used to appoint the chief minister and the priest. The chief minister is the head of all the ministers and a priest. After checking their character and background, because अगर हम किसी भी इंसान को रिक्रूट करते हैं तो हम उसका कैरेक्टर और बैकग्राउंड सबसे फर्स्ट देखते हैं. वैसे ही राजा भी अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर को और प्रीस्ट मतलब कि एक मुख्य पंडित, आपने देखा होगा पहले के जमाने में जो एक बहुत बड़ी ग्रंथों के साथ बैठता था और कुछ भी ग्रंथ के हिसाब से जो गलत होता था उसके हिसाब से राजा फैसला लिया करता था. Known as Upad Parikshan means the most upper level Parikshan. Most upper level Parikshan we can say was known as Upad Parikshan, or of recruiting both the chief minister and the priest. These were dignified members of Council of Ministers. Both of them, the chief minister and the priest, were the dignified members of the Council of Ministers. The Parisha Mantrina was also a form of Council of Minister, which was on the lower level of the original Council of Minister. How the central administration was there? Let's see. In Kautilya's Arthashastra, means the Kautilya wrote a book named as Arthashastra. He wrote in that book that 18 departments called Tirtha having been mentioned, means 18 departments of Tirtha have been mentioned, which the president of these tirthas was Amatya, and the most important tirthas were ministers, priest, commander, and the prince. How the Samartha? Who was the Samartha? Let's see. Collecting revenue was the very first important work of the Samartha. Means Samartha was responsible for collecting revenue, keeping record of income and expenditure, and preparing the annual budget, just like today's Union Finance Minister. The Union Finance Minister, just like the Union Finance Minister, was a Samharta. Sannidhatta. Who was the Sannidhatta? Let's see. Building treasuries and granaries was his responsibility. He was responsible for building treasuries and granaries. 26 department heads have been mentioned in economics. Arthashastra. Koshadhyaksh, treasurer. Sitadhyaksh, agriculture. Pandyadhyaksh, trade. Sutradhyaksh, tailoring and weaving. Lunadhyaksh, slaughterhouse. Vivitadhyaksh, pasture land. Lakshanadhyaksh, issuing currencies. Mudradhyaksh, Pautwadhyaksh, and Bandanagra Adhyaksh. Atvika, the head of the forest department. Some of the important department heads have been mentioned in the economics. In which economics? Kautilya's Arthashastra. Let's see the provincial administration. In the provincial administration, under the Magad, there were 5 major states or the 5 major provinces, or the Magad was divided into 5 major provinces, which was Uttarpatha, Avanti Rashtra, Kalinga, Dakshini Patha, and Madhya Desh. Madhya Desh was related to the Patliputra. All the other today's important capitals are given. Provincial administration was administered by royal officers, means these provinces were administered by the royal officers who was either Kumar or Aryaputra, who was named as Kumar or Aryaputra. Province was divided in Vishay. Province was divided in Vishay, means, for example, this is the region. In that region, these are some of the states. These are some of the states. In that states also, province was divided, means these provinces were also divided in the Vishay, was controlled by the Vishaypati. Means, for example, these 1, 2, 3, 4 was the Vishay, and these were controlled by the Vishaypati. Means in a province, for example, 4 Vishaypatis are there. District was controlled by the Sthaniks. In that, smaller districts were also there. For like this, smaller districts was also there. Some like in today's world, for example, जैसे राजस्थान के अंदर 7 डिविजन्स है और बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, वैसे ही पहले भी ये डिवाइडेड थे बहुत सारे विषय में, जिनको कंट्रोल करते थे विषयपति, और सारे विषय डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर भी डिवाइडेड थे. Was controlled by the Sthaniks, and that was controlled by the Sthaniks, but under Samharta. I will explain. Gopa used to handle the 10 villages and was the smallest administration unit. Means Gopa at the village level, he was the head of the 10 villages. He was the head of the 10 villages and was the smallest administrative unit of Mauryan Empire. Kumar, as we discussed of province, Kumar was controlled by the province was controlled by the Kumar. Vishaypati controlled the Vishay. Sthanik controlled the district. Gopa controlled the 10 villages, and head of the village was the village officer. Now यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा चेंज है. स्थानिक, Gopa and village officers were controlled by the Pradesh 3, was monitored by the Pradesh 3 under the Samartha. Why this is given? Because on the local level they were collecting the revenue, they were collecting the tax, and for the collection of tax directly the Union Finance Minister, you can say, was responsible. Okay, because income and expenditure was also seen by over her or him. So एक एक स्टेट के अंदर, एक एक प्रोविंस के अंदर प्रदेश 3 हुआ करते थे. कौन हुआ करते थे? प्रदेश 3, जो इन स्थानिक गोपा और विलेजेस के ऊपर मॉनिटरिंग करते थे. किसके अंडर में? समहर्ता के अंडर में. गॉट इट ऑल ऑफ यू? City administration. Now let's see the city administration. The city was divided accordingly that it has 30 members of 6 committees were there. 30 members divided into 6 committees. How many committees? 6 committees. In each committee there was 5 members. 5 members in each committee and 6 committees was there. Six committees was there. Let's see the 6 committees. The very first committee was responsible for monitoring industry and artistic activities. The second committee was responsibly looked after the foreigners. The third committee keeps record of births and deaths. The fourth committee was responsible for trade and commerce. The fifth committee was monitoring sales of manufactured goods, and the sixth and the last committee was have the responsibility of collecting their 1/10 of the sale in the form of sales tax. Means सिक्स कमेटी क्या करती थी, 1/10वां हिस्सा लेती थी सेल का, किस फॉर्म में, सेल्स टैक्स के फॉर्म में. किस फॉर्म में, सेल्स टैक्स के फॉर्म में. मिलिटरी, which one, military. Let's see the military administration. For organizing the army there was separate military departments. For organizing the army there was separate military department. 6 committees, same but 5 in each. Antpal was the person who was responsible for all the military influences, bordering regions, Pedal infantry. Means Antpal was the responsible person for all the military inclusions and was also responsible for bordering areas or the bordering regions. Now let's see the 5 main departments controlled by the 6 committees. The very first committee or the very first department used to see the Pedal. The second one department was Ashwa. The third department was Hathi. The fourth department was Rath. And the fifth department was Naval Forces. Naval Forces का मतलब है जितनी भी हमारी नेवी की फोर्सेस होती है उनको कहते हैं Naval Forces. According to Megasthenes, Indica was the book written by the Megasthenes. Chandragupta Maurya had 6 lakh soldiers, 50,000 horsemen, 9,000 elephants and 800 chariots. मतलब कि चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के पास, मगस्थनीज ने अपने बुक में लिखा है कि चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के पास 6 लाख सोल्जर्स थे, 50,000 हॉर्समैन थे, 9,000 एलिफेंट्स थे और 800 रथ थे. The judicial administration, how the judicial administration took place? Emperor was on the highest level of the judiciary. On the central court he used to sit, but Dronmukh on the provincial level, just as the high court in today's world. Sangraharan district court, and on the Gramin level there was the Grammar Sangha. Now here the most important thing is the Gramini or the Gram Vrad was the important person to take the decision in the Graman Sangha. Means गांव के लेवल पर ग्राम संघ या गांव के लेवल के ऊपर जो डिसीजन लेने वाला व्यक्ति हुआ करता था वो कौन हुआ करता था, ग्रामीणी या फिर ग्राम वृद्ध. और सेंट्रल कोर्ट के अंदर डिसीजन लेने वाले खुद हमारे एम्परर हुआ करते थे. लेकिन इन दोनों के अंदर कौन थे, आइए देखते हैं. एट जनपद एंड लोकल लेवल देयर वर 2 टाइप्स ऑफ कोर्ट्स. फर्स्ट कौन सा था, धर्मस्थीय सिविल कोर्ट. लेट्स रीड टू इट. धर्मस्थास और व्यवहारिक. धर्मस्थास, हु वर द धर्मस्थास? एक्सपर्ट ऑफ रिलीजियस स्क्रिप्चर्स, जो धर्म का ज्ञान रखने वाले होते थे. और एक कौन, या फिर यहाँ पे और का मतलब है या तो ये 3 होंगे या ये 1 होंगे, प्लस 3 अमात्य. वर द जजेस ऑन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड द स्टेट लेवल. ऑन द डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड द स्टेट लेवल मीन्स दिस इज द डिस्ट्रिक्ट and this is the state level or the province. Got it, all of you? This is the district level and that is the state level. Now, these were the judges on the district and the state level. Were 3 of the Dharmasthas and 3 are the Amatyas. Cases. Now see what type of cases were seen by the Dharmasthas. Cases of theft, robbery and loot were known as sahas, but abusing, defamation, beating were वाक्परुष्य और दंडपरुष्य. वाक्परुष्य और दंडपरुष्य. Are you all clear or not? Dharmasthya was a civil court, and in that court 3 Dharmasthas or a Vyavaharik and 3 Amatyas used to judge any type of cases. Which type of cases were there? Either theft, robbery and loot known as sahas, or abusing, defamation or beating known as vakparushya or dandparushya were in the category of vakparushya or dandparushya. Got it? These were the cases seen by the civil court known as Dharmasya, and these were the judges. Got it, all of you? Now see, what about the criminal court known as Kantakshodhan? Known as Kantakshodhan consists of judges included the 3 Pradeshtris and 3 Amatyas. 3 Pradeshtris and 3 Amatyas. City magistrate was known as Vyavaharik Mahamatya. City magistrate was known as Vyavaharik Mahamatya. But district magistrate was known as Rajyok. On the district level, the whole district level, for example, Jodhpur district, the whole district level means in district, you know very well that Shergarh is also coming. That is how I am explaining. On the district level, the magistrate was known as Rajyok, but only in the city magistrate was known as Vyavaharik Mahamatya. According to Chanakya, there were 4 main parts of law. भाई जुडिशरी है तो लॉ के पार्ट्स भी तो होने चाहिए. किन के बेसिस पे होगा फैसला? आइए देखते हैं. धर्म, व्यवहार, चरित्र, शासन. These were the 4 main parts on which judicial activities or the judgments take place. Now let's see about the Samudragupta. Who was the Samudragupta? Samudragupta was also a biggest personality in the ancient history. We study a lot about him. Let's see the history of Samudragupta. Appointed by the Chandragupta first. Appointed by the Chandragupta first as his successor. Chandragupta first ने उसके successor पे के तौर पर समुद्रगुप्ता को अपना थ्रोन दिया. और लेकिन उसके आइडियल्स क्या थे वो इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि चंद्रगुप्ता के आइडियल्स थोड़े से अलग थे, समुद्रगुप्ता के आइडियल्स थोड़े से अलग थे. उसका आइडियल था कॉन्करिंग. आइडियल का मतलब आप एम भी कह सकते हैं. कॉन्करिंग एंड यूनिफाइंग इंडिया मीन्स पूरे भारत को जीतना. पूरे भारत को जीतना उसके एम या आइडियल में माना जाएगा. और फ्रॉम द सेम पिलर ऑफ अशोकाज एडिक्ट्स मीन्स फ्रॉम द सेम पिलर ऑफ मौर्यन एम्पायर. From the same pillar of the Ashoka's edicts, his poet Hari Sen described about his victorious military expeditions. उसके जो मिलिट्री एक्सपेडिशंस थे, जो विक्टोरियस थे, जो महाजीत के अंदर थे, महावीर उसके मिलिट्री एक्सपेडिशंस थे. किस तरीके से उसने दूसरे सेनापतियों को अपने सेना के अंदर भर्ती किया, दूसरी सेनाओं के साथ लड़ाई की और बहुत सारी जंग जीती, उन सभी के बारे में बताया ऑन द रिकॉर्ड्स ऑफ इलाहाबाद प्रशस्त्री. लेकिन यहाँ पे सबसे मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आती है कि समुद्रगुप्ता ने कभी भी हार नहीं मानी. कोई भी युद्ध ऐसा नहीं था जो वो हार गए थे. विनिंग्स क्या क्या थी देखते हैं. द स्टेट ऑफ गंगा यमुना दोआब मीन्स उनकी जो विनिंग्स थी वो टोटली लगभग एक 5 के ग्रुप के अंदर डिवाइड की गई है. कौन से 5 एरियाज थे? द स्टेट ऑफ गंगा यमुना दोआब, स्टेट्स ऑफ ईस्टर्न हिमालयाज, the bordering states of eastern Vindhya region, the bordering states of eastern Vindhya region, eastern Deccan and states of South India, Shaka and Kushan states were also included in the winnings of the Samudragupta. Now what he possesses, let's see to it. He possessed a very powerful navy by which he strengthened his foreign relations. See, in today's world, you know very well that having a powerful army is the main thing for the development and for the national power. एक पावरफुल आर्मी होना बहुत ही आवश्यक है आज के जमाने में, क्योंकि वो आर्मी आपको मदद करेगी कि आप अपनी पावर को स्ट्रेंथ कर सकें और फॉरेन रिलेशंस को मजबूत कर सकें। जैसे आज अमेरिका है, क्योंकि उनके पास बहुत अच्छी पावरफुल आर्मी है। अश्वमेध पराक्रम वॉज इंस्क्राइब्ड ऑन हिज कॉइन्स। अश्वमेध पराक्रम उनकी कॉइन्स के ऊपर छपा हुआ करता था। ही ऑल्सो एक्सेल्ड इन फाइन आर्ट्स। He was good in fine arts and music. He also excelled in. He was also an excellent poet. This line have been printed twice. Don't wrote it. He was excellent poet also. His image of playing veena has been inscribed on the coin. Means वीणा बजाते हुए उसकी एक कॉइन पे भी फोटो है, और उसके साथ he was a devotee of Lord Vishnu. He was a devotee of Lord Vishnu, but had equal respect for other religions. Now let's see the Chola administration was based on Gram Panchayat. The Chola administration was correctly based on Gram Panchayat system, was divided into 6 provinces, which were known as Mandalam. Means the province was known as Mandalam. The Mandalam means the state or province. In that state or province, Kotam means division was there. Means some of the greater divisions was made over there. In that divisions, Nadus was there. Nadus was districts, and the Gram village. Gram known as village. In today's world, the village was in that time known as Gram. In the rock edicts, assembly of Nadu known as Nattar. Assembly of Nadu known as Nattar. Units of the towns were known as Nagartar. But village representatives were regularly appointed every year. Make sure village representatives means the headmen on the village level were regularly appointed every year. Not in the 5 year or 4 year or 2 years. Every year. Every mandalam was fully independent, but there was no central legislature to control power of king. Every mandal, all the states was fully independent. जितने भी states थे fully तरीके से independent थे, but there was no central legislature. लेकिन वहां पे कोई लिखित central legislature नहीं था। किसकी पावर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए? किंग की पावर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए। 1/6 part of the land produce was obtained as land revenue. 1/6 part of the land revenue means जितना भी प्रोडक्शन होता था उस टाइम लैंड से, उसका 1/6 पार्ट लैंड रेवेन्यू या टैक्स के रूप में, लगान के रूप में ले लिया जाता था राजा के द्वारा। रेवेन्यू कैन बी पेड इन द कॉइन्स, द गोल्ड कॉइन्स एंड द ग्रेन्स। मीन्स ऑल द जितने भी किसान थे वो कॉइन्स के रूप में या तो दे सकते थे अपना लगान, या फिर ग्रेन्स के रूप में दे सकते थे। और उसको क्या कहा जाता था? कस्सू। जो गोल्ड कॉइन्स थे उनको क्या कहा जाता था? कस्सू, which weighed around 16 ounces. With army they have navy too and initiated various largest irrigation schemes. Means they not only भाई राजा महाराजा हुआ करते थे, वो सिर्फ युद्ध ही नहीं करते थे, युद्ध ही नहीं जीतते थे, उनका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन किस तरीके से था और उनका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आज के टाइम पे क्या इफेक्ट डालता है आपने अभी देखा। लेकिन उसके साथ साथ दे बिल्ट मैनी रोड्स, मीन्स दे वर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग इन डूइंग द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ देयर एरियाज एंड वर ऑल्सो confirmed about the some of the irrigation practices because agriculture was the main thing at that time। अरे भाई जब तक अगर एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं होंगे तो उनकी सेना जिंदा कैसे रहेगी, इसीलिए उनको इरिगेशन और रोड फैसिलिटी का भी ध्यान रखना होता था। बट उनके पास आर्मी के साथ स्ट्रॉन्ग नेवी भी हुआ करती थी, एक बहुत पावरफुल नेवी भी हुआ करती थी। So thank you very much. Today you have seen the glorious India or the ancient part of the 10th class textbook. Just comment the questions which you are having regarding this. I will answer, and please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.